Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage, where we take a look at games, review and preview the ones that we can, chat about the gaming news in the industry, which Gaming News Weekly will be out in a couple more days, and then also stream for fun. Today we're doing another off the cuff as we're trying to take a look at as many games as we can on Game Pass to really see if it's worth it. And we're looking over it about a 14-month period. And we're going to see also what comes on to Game Pass. And at the end, or kind of partway through, and eventually at the end anyway, I'll chat about all of that. Also, Shepard and I are continuing through Call of Duty World at War campaign. That's been pretty fun. Oh my word, a lot of cursing in the last one. That one will be coming up this weekend. And then Lion and I are starting Ghost Recon Wildlands. We're so excited for that. And then my wife and I, when we both have time and our schedules match up, we will also continue It Takes Two, which is basically like cheap marriage counseling through the story. And then at the end of each boss in the chapters, we'll kind of relate it to our marriage. And we just want to do that just to kind of share, to invest in those of you that are interested. There's really not a lot of it out there. And marriage counseling is also quite expensive. So, yeah, this channel is not just for entertainment, folks. It's also to invest in you guys. This is why the channel isn't monetized, because the focus is y'all, not just me getting money. So, oh, and one last update. We also have the Starfield hats. They're currently being worked on. I approved the design, and it'll have the Constellation logo on the front of the hat, and then it will have the words Gaming Garbage. Gaming will be in green, and garbage will be in a lighter blue. And this is all on a gray, kind of like has a light acid wash kind of look to it. A kind of worn look to the gray hat, which is kind of like a darker gray. And so, yeah, if you're interested, go ahead and let me know. The stitching is, I'm not making any money on these. Stitching was $26. The hats were about $3.50, and so $29 plus shipping is what it'll be. If I can meet you locally, if you're around here in Oregon, I'm willing to do that. So that way you just have to pay for a little bit of gas instead of paying for shipping. For shipping, I'll be using Pirate Ship, which is a wholesale way of shipping rates, which is cheaper. And then even to like Ohio, it's only like, $6 to ship something. So that's honestly pretty good. Better than 11 or 12 like with UPS. But anyway, if you're curious, go ahead and let me know. You can send me a whisper at Twitch at Don't Tread on Thee, or leave a comment on any video. I read them all. So yeah, Twitch is Don't Tread on Thee, and then YouTube is Gaming Garbage 22. So let's go ahead and get into the Airborne Kingdom. I've started this already a little bit just to see and just to kind of get started. And honestly, yeah, this one was kind of surprising. It's been a fun one. So I'm just going to continue with my save file. I maybe doinked around for about 20 minutes or so. And as you can see, I've already got this started. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. So yeah, the game graphically is not amazing, right? But basically, in short, you have this kingdom here, this world map, if you will, and you can basically move anywhere you want on the map. And then there's varying resources, which are pretty easy to spot. So you have, lumber, you have coal right there, and then you have food, and of course, water is blue. See, just like that one. And then there's also other kingdoms, which is cool. And so there's different kingdoms in the game. They allow you to you kind of trade technologies or information or whatever, which is pretty cool. And overall, I mean, it's just like any other building game, except you're building it in the freaking sky. You have anything from being able to store resources to research new technologies and buildings to having place for your folks to stay, because slave labor needs to be somewhere, right? And then since you're in the air, you also have a propulsion system, so you also got to keep up with that and keep adding on, otherwise you're gonna freaking sink to the ground and crash, and it's game over. You also have at the very top just kind of a layout of everything. You can also speed up time, which is kind of nice. So you have everything from how many people you have to food to water to how fat your city is, which mine's getting pretty big. coal in the middle, and then your resources on the right, which is like lumber and stone, and I don't know after that. So looks like the far right one is like iPhones. Hey, that's exciting. We're gonna get to that, folks. So yeah, in short, it's a pretty simple game, and this came out, I think, earlier this year or late last year, so I don't even think it's been out for a year yet in total. But yeah, I'm just going to play around a little bit. You guys are welcome to chat in the chat. That's what it's for. And, oh yeah, let me pull it up here. Oh yeah, there we go. And then, yeah, of course, if you're seeing this on YouTube, leave a comment. If you have Game Pass, what you've thought of it, how you've been enjoying it, or if $17 is still a little steep. That can be kind of tough. So let's see, when we go to each kingdom. Yep, they look pretty amazing. It is kind of cool. The story of this is that there was a kingdom of the air that used to travel to different kingdoms and kind of shared their technology and stuff and all of these different trade routes, and it made the land very, very prosperous. Well, one day the air kingdom just disappeared, and which was quite a bummer. And so yeah, we have this tapestry with a blueprint. And basically you're trying to bring the Air Kingdom back to get rid of the war between the kingdoms and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, diamonds. I don't have diamonds yet. Ooh, a glass smelter. You know what I would really love is like an updated version of Command and Conquer. Dude, oh, those games were so good. And it's got guns in it. I mean, what's not exciting about that? But, these are always nice, too. There's also City Skylines, which I'm planning to eventually do that as well. And I grew up with, like, Sim 2000, folks. That was 23 years ago. And the Great Conservatory is in ruin. Excuse me, folks. I got to read. Prophecy once more. Okay. And I don't have enough stone, either. Brick. That's annoying. Oh man, we're gonna need to get some stone. So you have a pretty simple building menu on the bottom. Basically, you tab over kind of what building or area you want to focus on, and as you expand your research and development, you're going to be getting more tabs. And so yeah, you just got to build up to a level that you can to continue to move forward and build on and all that good stuff. You do have, of course, resource management, and a population of 150. I got 9, so I'm a bit a ways from that. That'll be insane. Oh yeah, and you got to work toward a great council, like the UN, because they prevent wars and stuff, of course, just like Ukraine, and. Yeah, they love staying out of wars. NATO, too, because, we don't have enough groups. And, they're the government. They're here to help. And so you also have a map. So you have, if you find something unique, there is... So, yeah, this is where you start the Tapestry of Ruin. And then there's settlements and other things. And the map, I would say, isn't overly big. But as you can see, it kind of goes on for a while. Holy smokes. Is it really that big? I don't think it's really that big. If it is really that big, then this is really freaking big. Oh my gosh, yeah, I really think it's that big. Holy cow. But you can kind of see, like, the edge of the map. Wow, yeah, this actually might be a really big map. So that would be a lot of content. There'd be different kingdoms to deal with. And honestly, that wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Let's see, food. Let's see, food, water. I need water again. So how you gather resources is basically you eventually get to see this black dot in the middle of your screen, which is super hard to see. But you basically click on the resource, and then you basically add how many workers you want to be gathering resources. So putting our slave labor to work because, you know, freedom, folks. Freedom for me, the dictatorship. I mean, this is totalitarian. I mean, you're either yes sir or you're freaking shipped off to with gravity down to the bottom, and you know, that's how we run it here because you know, someone's got to get all the gold. But yeah, small groups like this, I mean, whether you're up in the air or not, small groups really had to have a really strict set of rules and figure out how, you know, who did what jobs, and everyone had to have a purpose, you know. I mean, man, if you just had 9 people, there's always people in a group, right, that just don't pull their weight. We all know who they are. Maybe it's some of you. But anyway, they always kind of skim off of everybody else, and you know, people that really care or really wanting to do something, yeah, they usually kind of come to be the leaders initially, and then they turn into the dictators, or they go insane, like the Joker, and make a real mess, like North Korea over there. Boy, who would want to live in communism? It don't, it don't work. Not to your benefit. I'll put it that way. So let's see, I got everything. I got my water tower, I got my buildings. Let's see, warehouse. The music isn't too bad. Destroy. Ooh. Oh yeah, you can customize the colors of your buildings, so once you actually find that in the map, which isn't too difficult, you can customize the colors, and I didn't notice a single thing. So, are you guys noticing anything? I'm not. Yeah, I'm not seeing a difference at all. I'm probably doing it wrong. That's how I'm normally doing things, is the wrong way, and I only gain information and knowledge and wisdom from my failures, folks. And at least, you know, at least that's still progression. It's not the easiest, but, you know, at least it's something. At least you get to learn things. Paths are free, which is nice. They don't really cost much. Yeah, we already got our storage. I don't know what to do now. I'll be honest. Here's your resource tree. And this I don't have access yet. Yeah, it's fairly expansive. There's a lot of things. And as you add things, I mean, you'll be able to... The Adobe kiln. Ooh. I need that, actually. I really do. Frick, how long is this going to take? Ooh, we're almost done. Look at that. Completed in 2 hours. Yeah! I'm getting smart, folks. I'm so happy for me. Hopefully you are too. So yeah, you actually got to research your buildings just like good old school Command and Conquer. And man, if you played the original, if you played the original Command and Conquer before subtitles, bravo freaking oh to being 40 years old almost at this point. Congratulations. If you played in Generals, you're probably around 20 years old, which is still fairly old, or maybe around 18. But yeah, Command & Conquer Generals were so good. But yeah, anyway, research your buildings, all that good stuff. I gotta wait for basics to hurry up here. I'm almost there. And yeah, some of these too, I mean, 64 hours. So this is where I'm really glad that they, yay, upgraded. Congratulations to me. This is where too I'm really excited that they actually allow you to speed up time itself in the game, but then you gotta watch your resources and stuff, otherwise, you know, you could starve your people out. That would be horrific. So yeah, let's get this kiln going. And then once I get the kiln, 2 hours, that ain't bad. Once I get the kiln going, then I can complete that task, a quest, and make friends. Honestly, that's the simple way about it, folks. If you're in your life just for you, it's really not going to work out that great. If you're in it for the quality of your life, to be able to have friendships and have good connections, then yeah, you got to focus on the other people some. It can't just always be about you getting the best deal, right? And sometimes you don't get any deal at all. And that dependability is just huge. And yeah, think about it today. Think about our society. How just kind of drab and lackluster and just isolated and lonely and depressed we all are. If you can think, if you had a huge issue tomorrow and you needed to call somebody, how many people would actually show up? How many people would actually drop what they're doing in that moment and come and help you? Probably not too many. And so those are real friends, folks. Not the ones that like you for your stuff, like you for your truck, like you for the money you throw around, which is probably credit, really. Probably not even cash. And we'll do that. So now I can build a kiln. Frick yeah! Once I can find it. Are you kidding? Ooh, I'm maxing out my stuff. Where's my resource people? What were they grabbing? Water? Ah, here we go. So you can call them off, just like that, and put them to work somewhere else. Oh yeah, but I'm fat. Ooh, okay, so what changes is the color of the lighting of the building. That's interesting. You don't get to really see that during the daytime, though. That's kind of funny. Don't worry, folks. We're learning as we're going here. Ooh. I'm too fat. That's going to be a big problem. And I don't even have propulsion yet. Here's all of my fancy... See, this is it. This is like all I can do here. And lift isn't even open. So I got a big problema. Well, frick. Now I'm stuck again. So yeah, I need to be able to create or figure out this stuff. So this is, I guess, where the missions come in handy. This is a bit of a learning curve. Can I get rid of anything? Boy, not really. Not too much. I could get rid of my coal. Where's my coal storage? That's the food. That's the warehouse. What? I built 2 of those? Well, no, frick. Alright. Boop. Destroy mode. Yes. Boom. You do get some of your resources back, which is handy. But yeah, that was not what I meant to build. Okay, let's try this. Turn your... I guess people don't want to be next to red, huh? Because... bad things. There, everybody's happy. Yep, slave labor will work on it. Wonderful. Look at that. Oh yeah, we're going like max speed right now. No wonder my resources are disappearing. Okay, now I should be able to build. But yeah, in short, this is basically it, folks. This is the game. Again, the music's nice. You have a full tutorial off to the left where stuff pops up and kind of gives you some advice on how to do the game. Yeah, it's dirty. Rebalance. Okay. You also have a tilt issue. If you put too much on one side, your kingdom's going to list, which people aren't going to be super happy about that. And you have to keep your slave labor happy, too. And, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff to kind of manage, and really is kind of to continue to grow. And if you didn't see, off at the very bottom left there, it says Wonders. And eventually you can build some of those huge things, but I can't even imagine the size of the city. If I'm already this big with just 9 people, I mean, just think of it. 150 freaking people? Oh my word. Like, this thing would be covering the entire sky. It would just shadow over the world, right? Yeah, this thing would be pretty flippin' huge. Alright. Good deal. What should we do next? So yeah, that's basically it in short, folks. Yeah, if you guys are interested, it's also usually on sale if you don't have Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, you know, for a simple game, for something that's fairly simple, but I mean they've added still things like happiness and resources and managing food, and they've added, you know, relationships with other kingdoms, which is cool. Like, a lot of places don't really have that unless they're other players, like mobile games, which we do not like on this channel. And but it's pretty good. It's pretty good for what it is. They added some things. They changed some stuff for some people, which is great. But yeah, some games like the city ones, it's just, you know, building your city. But even, you know, Sim City 2000, they had where you could make relationships with other cities. All you had to do was build a bridge there. And then you get more commerce, you get more, you know, population growth or more opportunity for that. And if your city was more happy than the city next door, then guess what? People were moving into your town and having a blast. So yeah, pretty good game. It's simple, it runs well, and yeah, this would probably be worth maybe 10, 15 bucks. That's probably about what I'd pay for it. So hey, thanks for tuning in, folks. Of course, you can always find me over at Twitch at Don't Tread on Thee, and over at YouTube at Gaming Garbage 22. On YouTube, I archive pretty much everything. So we got tons of different stuff on there. I got to update a few more things, and I'm still figuring out how to be a tuber. And but you know, this has been fun. You know, we already hit 100 subscribers, so thank you guys very much. It's awesome, and my ultimate goal is to be able to create a community right here, because a lot of us are feeling alone. Life's busy, life's tough. We don't really have friendships or relationships going very good, or they're not very deep. And part of it too is just to provide, you know, a place of rest, just to have some fun and feel like you're connecting with folks. And I'm hoping in the future that we'll be able to create some kind of a like Discord group or Xbox group or something where we can just say, hey, I'm wanting to play this, you know, other people, who else wants to join, where we can just kind of create a soundboard and have more connections happening there, because I don't want you just connecting with me. I want you connecting with other people too, you know, that are part of the channel, that are part of Gaming Garbage, you know. And when we get big enough, we'll have merch for basically paying me back for the money that I sunk in, like just the hats. Well, if I'm doing the math, just the hats are about $295. Just the hats, and I only did 10 of them. But custom stuff is expensive. But I want to do shirts. I'd love to do hoodies at some point, which you better pull out your pocketbooks for hoodies in the future. But yeah, as the group goes, as there's more interest, I will do more things like that. So I do have 10 Starfield hats. I will post a picture when they're done, and I will ship them out as quickly as I can. But they are supposed to be finished toward the end of the month sometime. And as soon as I know they're done, I'll post a picture up. And then hopefully I can ship it to you guys, and it can get there right around the official launch date of Starfield. So hopefully you guys are having a good one. Boy, be careful with the heat and the weather out there. And looks like some of the weather is going to go pretty crazy. And if in your Hawaii, oh my word. So sorry for any of you that were on Maui and just having to deal with the aftermath of that fire. Been learning more about it, and yeah, it was so bad people had to go into the water People didn't really have a warning either. They didn't have electricity. They didn't have water pressure, so they couldn't fight the fires. They just had to watch stuff burn and try to just get people out. There was even a family that survived in their swimming pool in their backyard, where they sat there for 3 hours in the water just waiting. I mean, how horrible. And there's still around 1,000 people that are missing, folks. And this happened over a week ago. And so if there's 1,000 people that are missing, they're probably gone. And my heart just goes out to you guys. Man, that is brutal. And there's other stuff happening all over the world too. It's not just here. China also had some really bad flooding that wiped out entire settlements and towns. And yeah, there's stuff going on, folks. Make sure you're keeping track of people. You're checking up on them. If you haven't heard from them a while, just let them know that you care. The sue rate is also still pretty high, even after COVID. So with that, folks, stay real out there. I'll see you on the next one.